Good morning, KK.
Good morning, Waski.
How are you?
I'm good.
You know what this is?
That's a notebook or diary?
Yeah, it's my script book.
Okay.
Okay. This is where I write the script,
Content?
whatever content, and some points of what we should speak about. And this is what I wrote about this motorcycle we reviewed.
Okay.
We just did
we did one. Yeah.
initial review. We didn't ride it last time.
The same place here.
Yeah, the same place here.
Cheetah Point.
And I said a few things about it. Chennai Express.
Chennai Express.
Needing railway tracks.
Locomotive.
And it's a locomotive. I just rode it now.
Okay.
For about 10 kilometers. I think you know what I'm going to have to do?
Okay.
Eat my words.
That I like it. That I like it. Eat your words. Eat it properly.
I was wrong. I was wrong.
Okay.
This is not a locomotive. Give me a minute, let me swallow my words.
Okay. So, yeah, swallow it well.
I have eaten my words, so here we are.
The looks. What do you think about the looks?
Badass cruiser. It's got design cues from the Harley, from the Indian, from the Triumph, and they come out with something that is so proportionate. It looks good. The design flows beautifully. I'm not a fan of cruisers. That doesn't change the fact or has any bearing on the fact that this is a good looking motorcycle. It looks good. It feels good to sit on. The forward foot pegs are quite decent. The pegs are, I am 5'9". It fits in beautifully. The seat is in the right place, the bars in the right place, the pegs in the right place. Nothing really felt kind of out of place. What do you think of the looks?
I think the looks of the machine, it's real cool. It's uber cool is what I would say. It will hold its design against any other world-class manufacturer. That's what I can say. Be it the Hondas, be it the Kawasaki's, with their Vulcans, the Rebels, I think this holds its line very well.
Good job by Royal Enfield.
Yes, no second thoughts. I know the other day we bashed up the Royal Enfield, but here they've done an exceedingly good job.
Yeah, echoed my thoughts. That's what I said. I said too.
Okay.
I feel too. Okay, overall it looks fantastic. Is there any design element or any components that stands out to you that is where you feel that they've done a fantastic job?
There are a lot of things that stands out in this motorcycle, but I will not take too much of time. Let me give a couple of ones which caught my mind.
Yeah.
One is the paint finish on the chassis.
Yeah, something special, right?
There's something special. It's not the smooth, glossy finish, right? And when you were a kid, when you and me were kids, right? The parents used to lock away their safes in a Godrej safe.
Yeah.
The finish of that, I think very closely
Has to be
matches.
a matte finish on that,
Yeah,
right?
it gives a reassurance that the bike is solid, well built. Yeah, I can go on speaking eloquence. You know, you look at the controls. Yeah, it's so very smoothly done. Right, it's satin and it's much smoother than a baby's bum. You know, that's what I can put it up as. Did you feel the same?
I haven't felt a baby's bum in a long time. I'm much older than you, so.
I get it. I get it.
Cruisers are not about speed. Cruisers are not about power. Cruisers are not about adventure per se.
So it's about cruising at a comfortable pace.
It's cruising, munching miles, heading off into the sunset on open highways. That is what cruisers are all about. And this seems to embody all these things beautifully. Normally cruisers means to me sleeveless t-shirt, muscular arms with a tattoo, and beard, a mustache, an open face, helmet, a lot of leather, Marlboro and Budweiser. That's the typical badass cruiser man. This is nothing like that. It's nothing like that. This has got some polish to it, probably because some British influence into it. So Look-wise, I would give it 10 on 10. 10
And they
on
got some
10.
fantastic color combinations in this.
Yeah, yeah. The dual tones are out of this world. I love that the red and
Yeah,
cream.
celestial red, I think.
Yeah, celestial red.
Yeah.
At first glance, it looks like an Indian.
Indian motorcycle. I mean, with the visor and the touring seat.
That color is so much that Indian look, and get closer to it, see the badge, and say, "Wow, is that a Royal Enfield?"
And eagerly waiting for those panniers to come. Those are beautifully designed pannier boxes. It's got that flow along with the motorcycle.
Yeah, designed with the motorcycle. The
Yeah.
tech center has done a fantastic job. I think they opened the tech center in 2018, and every product that has come from that tech center is outperforming each other.
Each other, yeah.
So this is the best to date from the UK Tech Center. Any new setup, any new office, any new company, any new project needs time to mature. I'm sure even the Tech Center, for all its talent, capability and the money and investment, could not have come out with this on day one.
Definitely, they've evolved to
Evolved,
this place.
yes, they evolved into this, and
And
I'm
they're
so sure that, I'm quite sure after riding this and experiencing it, the Himalayan 450 is going to be one
definitely
pretty decent motorcycle. The thing about this motorcycle is, anywhere one goes with it, it's a question magnet.
Okay.
People come and ask.
That's what happened to me in the morning.
Yeah,
At least
that's what happened to me.
3-4 people
Now,
stopped me. What is this?
At a traffic light or stop to put fuel, it's a question magnet. A lot of questions come. So, if one is going to be using this, I think should be prepared to answer a lot of questions.
Correct.
Yeah, and I don't know if it is going to be a chick magnet. We'll find out if it's going to be.
I mean, I took it on the expressways and also on the B roads. The engine was super smooth. I mean, the gears were butter smooth. Engine was perfect. I mean, I didn't have any grouses, any concern on
Yeah, it's
this.
the same proven, reliable 650 from the
Interceptor
twins. What I
twins, yeah.
found the difference was the gear seemed to be shifting better than on what's on the
smooth.
twins.
It was very smooth.
They've done something, and probably a little bit of ECU.
Yeah,
tweaks.
remapping. I think I heard about that. They have done some remapping on that.
It seems a little bit smoother than the twins. So,
Correct.
engine-wise, there's nothing much to talk. It's just aesthetically they've done some changes, blacked out some parts. So, reliable, proven performer.
Yeah.
So, you rode it now
Yes.
for a few kilometers.
Yes.
What do you think?
I think Royal Enfield have done something completely different than what you can experience on the Interceptor and the Continental.
You're talking about the engine.
About the engine, the way it picks, right? Now, you ride a Interceptor and a Continental back to back, they are similar. There's no difference. Now, this has the same block as that of the
same engine,
Interceptor,
same engine.
right? But I think the state of tune that this machine has, it's completely different. And I don't know, for some reasons, this looks a little bit more eager. I don't know if they've compromised the top end for it, because it has a good initial grunt
Probably.
and a mid-range to it. And the gear shifts, to tell it is as smooth as butter is an understatement. I'm pretty sure this is much more smoother than it, because even on the Interceptor, at times I used to feel it's a bit clunky when I was not matching the RPMs. But in this, man, it's smooth.
Coming to an important aspect,
Yeah.
ride quality. On smooth roads, pretty decent roads, felt great.
Correct.
Felt great.
Same
Did
here.
not feel heavy.
It was very nimble.
Very easy
you,
to
You can't
maneuver,
feel that
the
240
nimble,
kilos, which is supposed to be.
Yeah, the 240. I didn't feel the 240.
You never
kilos.
felt the
I
240,
just did
yeah.
not feel the 240 kilos. Even at slow speeds, even when actually making a tight turn, I didn't really feel the 240 kilos. Looks like it's planted low, and well, it carries the 240 kilos quite well.
Correct.
It felt like the Interceptor or the GT. The weight-wise, it felt
Yeah.
about the same. So it seems pretty low. Good roads, it's fantastic. On smooth roads, on open highways. Oh, I had a stretch here, a 2-kilometer stretch, doing I think about 100. It was cruising. That is what it is meant for.
It's designed to be a cruiser.
Yeah, it's a cruiser meant for good roads. So I wouldn't mourn too much about the other aspects. However, on bumpy roads, yes, I could feel
Yeah,
The
true,
rear a
true.
bit
It was too hard.
hard. The front was okay. Front
Front
was
was
able
fine,
to
yeah.
handle the ripples.
I think that's the
and
first time they're
bounce.
coming with an USD fork.
Yeah, a broken tarmac was skittish. The rear was a bit skittish. You could feel the shock transmitting back. It was not very comfortable, but being aware that it is a hard, firm suspension, short travel, accordingly we prepare ourselves. It's still okay.
Same. I felt the same thing. I mean, expressway, it was very, fantastic cruising ride. But when on the B roads, it was pretty hard, bumpy. Probably, I don't know, this was probably designed for the global market.
Yeah, for the global
and
market, yeah.
The global
Yeah.
roads are very smooth, and I think it won't be a concern.
I'm sure somebody would soon come up with a kit, suspension kit to solve
Yeah,
it.
that's the only grouse I have on the
Yeah.
suspension. It's pretty hard for me on the B roads.
And I did try a patch of pretty bad broken tarmac.
Okay.
So I think my dental filling fell off. I started getting some arthritis. and
That's that's a little bit too much, Paske.
And I
It's
think,
not that bad.
and I think some of my internal organs have been rearranged. Because I tried to go at speed. If I had gone slowly, it's okay. Because I was just wanting to
Yeah,
know.
probably would have tried to ride like an adventure motorcycle on a bad road. That's
So,
not what it's supposed to be.
I tried to do a bit of adventure riding with this, and I got bitten back. So I
Yeah,
just need to
yeah.
go and check out if all things are in.
You can't do that here. You
in
just have to
place.
cruise on the beautiful roads. That's what it's meant to be.
So after that, I turned off the adventure part in my brain.
Okay.
That was pretty easy. My brain is very small anyway, so poof. And then I rode it properly and I enjoyed it again. If we do take this to dirt, I suggest that we wear our underwear here because the necessary components would have shifted. So please don't. There is no point. Let's not talk about. That is not the purpose of this motorcycle. This is designed to excel on tarmac, and that is what it does.
And the reason for they're making it 240 kilos. There's a reason for that.
Yeah, there is no light cruiser.
There's no light cruiser.
Yeah, the Harleys are heavy, the Indians are heavy, even the Triumph cruisers are heavy. So it's a characteristic of that line of motorcycles.
And Ari is very good at making heavy
Yeah,
motorcycles.
it comes easy.
It comes. They don't have to.
They don't have to struggle to make heavy
struggle too
motorcycle.
So they got it right.
What about the overall dynamics? How do you find the handling, the posture?
Well, okay. Now, for a cruiser, I think this does well. But therein, it's not as agile as what we do on our ADV bikes. For a cruiser, I think the handling is very good. I could take a low-speed U-turn without putting my foot down. It held itself well. The weight, I just did not feel.
Did you feel the
weight.
240 kilos?
Nah, I never felt it as
I
240
same
kilos.
thing. I did not feel the 240 kilos.
Yeah, I think they've packaged it well.
There
I
are
seriously
no
wouldn't mind
surprises.
taking this to Goa. You've got well-paved roads, and I'm pretty sure on the 6-laners or on the 4-laners, it's not about the speed but the comfort, right? And you're not, and it's not like a typical thing that you rock back.
It's not too much of a cruiser.
Yeah,
posture.
it's not too much of a cruiser per se. So you're basically sitting a bit neutral, and you don't get that much of pain on your tailbone or on the back. So I think they've done a fairly good job.
Yeah, Bosky, on a short ride, actually I took a pillion on this motorcycle.
Okay.
And that person suffered. He had to go to a masseur after the ride. I said, this is not for the pillion seat. I mean, there's actually nothing here. Aesthetically, it looks good. People who want to buy this motorcycle better put the touring seat.
That's as good as a mouse pad there. So,
Touring seat is the way to go, yeah.
so those are all extras, right?
Extras
Touring
and the
seat.
top end Celestial comes with the motorcycle. It's along with the package. For this, you can add on.
Backrest also is needed,
Backrest
I think.
also additional,
Because
yeah.
I'm sure a bit of throttle and the pillion would probably
Yeah,
fall off.
he had to hold on like this for all the 150 kilometers.
Okay.
Yeah, touring seat and the backrest is way to go.
Coming to the competition, there is none. That's something Royal Enfield does so
They always
beautifully.
come to
Right?
the
They identify
segment where there's
a
no
gap
competition.
and go bang into
And
it.
everybody tries to catch with that.
And by the time people react, they found another segment. And that strategy is phenomenal. There's no on this side. The closest we have is the Meteor 350. Maybe the Benelli, there is some 502, and then there is a Keyway. Benelli and Keyway, less said the better. On the other side is the Vulcan, but that's
Too
twice the
expensive.
cost of this. So this is landed perfectly. So there is no real competition, direct competition. Probably now the other brands could react seeing how
Yeah.
this performs and then come into the market. But right now, this is the king of all its surveys in that territory. So well done to Royal Enfield on that aspect too. And it's got a couple of minor flaws. One is the turning radius. There's some reason why it needs a huge
It needs a huge ton.
rear suspension firm could have been better. That's another area of concern. I've been harping about weight in my last few videos.
Yeah.
Yes, it is important. However, I will not harp about it on this motorcycle,
motorcycle.
because this is a cruiser.
This is a necessity.
I am not going to bring my adventure and lightweight brain and confuse everybody. And a couple of design
Boo-boos,
issues. Boo-boos. the
Your favorite boo-boos.
the foot pegs, the foot peg brackets are a bit crude in comparison to the rest of the motorcycle. This seems to have been designed in a hurry. I did speak about it in the previous Super Meteor video.
Actually, it's very tough to find the boo-boos here.
Yeah,
I mean, the
yeah.
flaws are very tough to find. They made a fantastic job. So, the flaws are tough.
And one last thing is road clearance. Desirable to have a little more. Another 15 mm more would have been useful. Will it scrape and struggle? Maybe the center stand will. The center stand may scrape and struggle, but I don't see any risk of the frame or the engine or anything scraping. Hard to pick anything majorly wrong with this motorcycle.
Who do you think this motorcycle is for?
One obvious thing is somebody who likes cruisers.
Okay.
This tailor-made for somebody who likes cruisers and somebody who likes to cruise long distance. With that touring seat and backrest, they can go with a Pillion, munch hundreds of miles or kilometers every day. Somebody who wants something very special, very exclusive, who enjoys some attention and some show, willing to answer questions wherever they go and park this motorcycle. So it's something exclusive about it.
Yeah.
It's not many people are going to jump and buy this motorcycle. There are a few who are going to buy, and they would be the center of attention for quite some time to come. It's for them.
It's not a commuting motorcycle. You can't go to your office on this.
Probably can,
Probably,
depending on what sort of roads being
okay.
used. I think it's a question of getting used to it. People commute on those big bikes.
So
I think,
you say you can take this to the office.
Yeah. I'm sure. And if you're going to use it for commuting, a couple of tips. One, when parking it, reverse park.
Ah, correct.
Because on the side of the road is most of the time is slightly sloped away. So if you're going to park it this way, you'll probably need help
Someone
to get
to help
somebody
you.
to pull. You'll need to hire some labor to pull the bike out. So keep in mind to reverse park so I can ride out very easily. I learned that from my 48. Initially, I used to go park it and then look so sheepishly at somebody and say, "Sir, can you help me pull it out?" So park that. And second, knowing that the road clearance is less and the suspension travel is less, if all of a sudden the rider you come across a bump or a pothole, brake obviously till the pothole or the speed bump and let go of the front brake. So it releases the front suspension, gives a little bit more road clearance. You continue to manage with the rear. So that way the chances of bottoming out or the risk of hitting is far less. Yeah, can be used for commuting. For some people who really love cruisers, this is tailor-made for that budget. And for 5 lakhs with those accessories, whatever, the crash guards, the visor,
below
the
5 lakhs,
and all that, under 5 lakhs, it's a steal. So would you say this is the best Royal Enfield thus far?
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, no questions. I mean, like as I said, see, they've given you adjustments for each and everything. I think they've put in a lot of thought into it, right? At this point in time, this should be their flagship model. I think
Yeah.
this is the best model that Royal Enfield could ever come up with. They've done a fantastic job, Busky.
So overall, good job by Royal Enfield.
Oh yeah, they need a double thumbs up, not just a single one. to be
All right. A double thumbs up from CK means a lot. So thanks.
Thank you, Busky, for
Thank
calling
you
me
for
over.
coming and taking a ride and sharing your feedback.
Cheers. Take care. Take care.
I would say this is Atmanirbhar cruiser.
Atmanirbhar cruiser.